when they did get the word of the Lord said, I want you to take this valley where you are. When you're in a valley, you're in a low place. A valley is a low place in between mountains. You can see the mountain but can't get there. You ever been in a place where you could see what you wanted but couldn't get there? You're so close but yet you're so far. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt something greater in you than what was currently being manifested in your life? Have you ever felt that you were in one place but somehow you feel uncomfortable, that I don't belong here, that somehow I feel that I was not designed to live the way that I'm living right now? And now down in a valley. Now listen, it's an odd word that came from God. An odd word. This odd word says to you, you're already in a valley. God didn't say, I want you now to see if you can get an escalator or an elevator and go to the top. The word of the Lord came to them, talking to people in a valley, and said, make this valley full of ditches. You're already low, now you're getting ready to go lower. I want you to start digging. You'll never, ever start digging until you get thirsty. And there are some folks that's in the valley, and they'll never make the valley full of ditches until they start digging. May I just remind you today that whenever a farmer is in a valley, he begins to take what he has, which is seed, but his seed is no good if he won't dig. Maybe what you ought to sculpt out is a place to place seed. Maybe you're supposed to put an idea there. While you're already down, he said, I want you to make ditches. Make this valley full of ditches. That's all that a farmer does. He makes his land full of ditches because God is getting ready to give them a harvest like they've never had before. May I tell you something? Say the word humble. See, the way to go up is to first go down. If my people which are called by my name would humble themselves. He didn't say if they try to climb to the top, finagle, try to hobnob, try to get with people that's already on the top. He said, if my people, 2 Chronicles 7:14, which are called by my name, would humble themselves. The very first thing before God says, I can even help you, God says, I've got to put you into a place of humility. Humility. Say humble again. Humble. May I tell you that humble is the word humus. It comes from the word humus. Humus. H-U-M-U-S. Humus. That means dust or dirt. It means that God will get you in a valley and make you eat dirt. You don't understand that sometime before God can get you to the top, that you got to be brought to the bottom and you got to eat dirt. Humble is about eating dirt. Isn't it something that maybe the reason that God wants us to eat dirt is because he's got a seed in us. And something is getting ready to grow in us. And I don't know whether any of you all have ever hit rock bottom and you lost everything that you had, but yet new life began to grow out of you. You were already abiding in death, but because God put you in a position where you had to have somebody else, you had to eat at somebody else's table, you had to have somebody else to pay your light bill, your gas bill, you had to sleep on their couch, you didn't even have your own stuff, but it was in that place of brokenness that God changed your life. It was in the time where you were eating dirt, you were in the humus, and you were humble down to the ground, and yet God was changing your heart. He was doing something down here that he couldn't get done up there, and he'll just have you to humble yourself and to eat dirt. No wonder God said that I want you to get out there and dig some ditches, because God says I will take you and embarrass you and bring you down to the dust of the earth so that you won't think that you're all of that, and you will let me make you over again into a brand